What's denied by many people, but it is actually 100 real. Women's and men's orgasms. The stats of orgasms are insane. Something like 85% of women never reach orgasm. Most people have no idea how to bring a woman to orgasm. Some get luck and help her come, but it's luck, lol. They can't explain how or why or replicate it consistently. Many guys never reach their full orgasm. They don't even know they can have one. They think the ejaculate coming out is everything and they are happy for it. But nope, there is a deeper, more body-intense orgasm waiting to be expressed. Biden did in fact win the 2020 election legitimately and fairly. There were over 60 lawsuits overseen by judges, even appointed by Trump, that reviewed evidence and concluded that there was no widespread fraud. Anecdotally, the fraud that was found came from Trump's side of the issue. Nevertheless, it's been widely disproven not that it was ever believed by normal people, and yet these MAGA morons just can't seem to pull their heads out of their collective asses. The President of the United States of America tried to overthrow the United States of America on January 6, 2020 because he lost the presidential election, but did not want to be removed from power. He was supported in this by many in government, from Congress to the Secret Service and the Supreme Court of the United States. Many of the citizens involved have been arrested, tried, and jailed for this insurrection, but no party official has yet. Abortion up until birth. Abortion in Colorado is legal at all stages of pregnancy. It is one of 7 states without any term restrictions as to when a pregnancy can be terminated. https://n. 23 text 3 abortion 2520 in 2520 Colorado 2520 is 2520 legal. Available 2520 up 2522 to 520 to 6 to 520 weeks. Fed to a hucup 0 QGA IFAX 0 Keachud Brucknoke 8 QBQL scale VVAW OKZ8 G and JL1 odd VIN 9 WIBKJGP. The Holocaust and other genocide events. T can happen, and especially that humans are capable of some absolutely horrific things, and people turn to denial as a defense mechanism against that fear, which, unfortunately, doesn't change history. Men and women in all fields and sectors, if we had a utopian society, begins from the horribly weak and unproven assumption that men and women have no difference in job preferences or lifestyle choices. This is frankly a bizarre hypothesis, if you have met even a dozen members of each sex in your lifetime. Trump voters thinking they aren't in a cult. Just because you don't live in a commune doesn't mean your mindset is healthy. You worship a man with 4 indictments, and is the first president in US history charged with state and federal crimes. I'm not being snarky. If it were Obama, it's the first thing they bring up. Quantum mechanics, specifically fundamental indeterminacy. Up until around the 3rd year of my undergrad, I was sure that physicists are mistaken about this, and I've known PhD students doing research directly involving quantum mechanics who did not believe QM is indeterminate. Gonna get lots of shit for this one, especially on Reddit. But IQ itself is not denied, but its usefulness in assessing certain aspects of cognitive ability and its use as a predictor of outcomes is very real and widely used in practice. Ghosts, I and others I know have experienced too much to even deny they exist to many creepy feelings. Doors and knocking with no one there. Shit flying across the room. Seeing figures. How can you not believe? Fraud in the 2020 election. Fraud exists in nearly every single election. The definition may not be the extreme by critics of Biden or alarmists in the media that loathe Trump. Fraud absolutely happened. That being 300 pounds is unhealthy. I've witnessed firsthand doctors telling patients everything is fine as long as they maintain a healthy lifestyle, because apparently saying lose weight is now mean. Science, I know so many people who refuse to believe in science because they feel all the scientists in the world are some kind of different people who wants to lie and hide things from the humans. Being a good-looking young woman makes life infinitely easier, and you get privileges other people have to spend decades working for just by existing if you know how to play your cards right. Trans women are supposed to be treated with respect, but we shouldn't treat them like real women in anything but direct social interactions, and pronouns are bullshit. Russians influencing our elections, flooding us with fake news, going into our social media and stoking divisions like racism and many connections to Trump's people. I can't believe how many people still deny the moon landing. Fuck it. I'm leaving the typo ... I can't believe how many people still deny the moon landing. That there are people out there who actually care about other people. And even though the nice guy may finish last, he doesn't let dickheads change who he is. Individual contribution to our own outcomes. Also the amount luck comes into play. Reality is in the middle, and people on either end deny that. That the wood your guitar is made of doesn't matter, it does. Even if you're deaf, you can feel the difference in the vibration in your hands. Go check out the delusional circle jerk in a shield. Lots of them have left the sub, but there's a large group of delusional people there. Santa Claus. He is a really nice dude and is active in the community in North Pole, Alaska. Even used to be on the town council. Unions get you results. I'd have people fall for anti-union propaganda. Mandatory nursing staffing ratios make a difference. Good-looking people do actually have an easier life. Bonus points just trying harder will not guarantee success. The moon landing is fake. The Holocaust never happened and the earth is flat ... How do these people exist? That I am the greatest lover. Many of my sexual partners denied this. I know this is 100 real. That the government isn't and was never our friend and they are profiting from our suffering. Oh, and one more. Inspired by reading this thread. Opinions and stories aren't always true. Getting old, you can for sure make Botox work for you, but nope, it doesn't look good. I'm just convinced stupid people will argue anything. It's the why that I want to know. Not every difference between men and women is attributable to culture and upbringing. That gambling always benefits you in the end as long as you don't quit like a pussy. Science and by millions of yet completely real. Viral persistence of COVID, aka long COVID, which is disabling and can kill you. That the increase of carbon in the atmosphere is really good for forestation. That our memory is very fallible and does not work like a video camera. The only truth that everyone denies is the PSG will win Champions League. Helen Keller. How people refuse to believe a person was alive. The active and ongoing effort by Republicans to destroy America. Keep out of pocket and hot car they have to stay room temp. Why is this question a top post in Reddit every single day? That society isn't feudalism, just under a different name. If it is happening to someone else, it can happen to you. Majority of folks aren't playing the official rules. How bad porn addiction is the porn industry as a whole. The intentional genocide of 33,000 civilians apparently. Perception can in fact be just as powerful as reality. What you eat matters. Food can heal and food can kill. Most people who can rent an apartment can buy a home. Used uranium was found in Earth core in Oklahoma mines.